Two friends, a garage, and a hobby. There's quite a bit of history made that way, a lot of it right here in the Bay Area. NBC 11's Garvin Thomas shows us how two men, a 28-year-old from Livermore for one, have carved out their own special and small chapter in aviation history using just that recipe.
Flying side of Tehachapi. Nice little valley out there where the wind comes from. Oh, it's going to be a grand adventure, Gary.
Can you turn on the radio?
Almost 4 years have gone by, yet Chris Silva remembers exactly what he was thinking.
I just thought it was a really cool airplane, and I really didn't want it to crash.
You see, people tend to have pretty good memories.
1, 2, 3.
Surrounding the moment they do something historic.
Oh!
These things are really neat little toys.
Chris Silva has a passion for things that fly. One born not all that long after he was.
It was 4th grade, I'd say, when the drawings stopped being cars and started being airplanes. Oh. A little roughly.
But it is with someone else's drawing that our story begins. In 1981, John McMasters, a visionary in the aeronautics field, wrote an article in Soaring magazine. In it, he envisioned a glider, a plane of the future. McMasters called it the Altostratus. Just a bit of science fiction, really.
Yeah, science fiction, that's exactly right.
There's a funny thing about science fiction, though. You wait long enough, and it eventually becomes science fact. In this case, 20 years seemed to do the trick.
My friend Gary sent me this article in the mail. He said, do you think we could make one of these models and make it fly? And I said, sure, we'll try.
What followed were months spent in a garage workshop.
Get up into the air.
Days spent testing the design with a flight simulator. And 16 minutes spent in the air above the Mojave.
Launched it. It flew on, and a little over 16 minutes later, he landed it safely, kind of shaking and, just very tense 16 minutes.
So that's it. Two guys get together to see if they can build something cool and see if it flies, and it does. No reason for anyone else to care then, right? Not quite. The Smithsonian cared, as in the curators of the Air and Space Museum, where the Altostratus was installed last year in their new gallery.
You've got the Enola Gay, you've got the original 707, you've got a Concorde in there, and you've got the Altostratus. And it looks so small. But it's a beautiful bird.
Silva says his model was clearly not chosen because of how high, how far, or how fast it flew. It's in the Smithsonian
oh my gosh.
For another reason.
It's kind of a message that, try it, don't be afraid.
Chris Silva believes many of the greats of aviation, among which he does not count himself, at least not yet. Well, many started out tinkering in a garage somewhere, and the Altostratus in the Air and Space is a nod to that part of our aviation history and future.
You don't need to think that you're doing something historical. Just do it, try. Very, very good.
In Livermore, Garvin Thomas, NBC 11 News.
Now that the Smithsonian has their first Altostratus, Chris Silva and his friend Gary Fogel are building another one so they can fly it again.
Well, we got a beautiful sunny break.